Hello and welcome to our Great British Finned Friends sightings video for September. September began with a ridge of high pressure, but quickly changed to more unsettled weather as westerlies dominated until the middle of the month. On the whole, however, it was a dry, sunny month across most of the British Isles, and it was not until the last week that high winds prevailed, particularly in eastern England. Coverage during September was much lower than in the previous 2 months, but nevertheless revealed the same general patterns of distribution. Harbour porpoise were recorded in most coastal areas of the British Isles from Cornwall and Kent to Shetland, with greatest numbers, aggregations of up to 25 individuals, reported from the west coast of Scotland, the Hebrides and the Northern Isles. Bottlenose dolphins were patchily distributed, but in many of the usual locations. Besides Cardigan Bay and the Moray Firth, the East Scottish population continued to be recorded regularly all down the east coast, as far south as Flamborough Head in Yorkshire. Although most groups numbered 10 individuals or less, along the Berwickshire, Northumbrian and Yorkshire coasts, groups of up to 30 were seen. Elsewhere, groups of up to 50 from the Channel Island population were seen around Jersey, with smaller groups along the south coast of England from Dorset westwards. On the west coast, bottlenose dolphins were observed at their usual haunts in West Wales, from North Pembrokeshire to the Llyn Peninsula, as well as around the Isle of Man, along the Ayrshire coast, the southern Inner Hebrides, and further north in Gruinard Bay in Wester Ross. Most sightings of common dolphins were around the coasts of South Devon and Cornwall, and in the Minches and Sea of Hebrides. In the Western Channel, most groups numbered between 10 and 40 individuals, but off the west coast of Scotland, schools of 100 or more were recorded. Smaller groups were seen elsewhere in the west at scattered locations from the Bristol Channel, southwest Wales, west of the Llyn Peninsula, and southwest of the Isle of Man. The species were not reported from the North Sea. The Risso's dolphin was the third most commonly recorded cetacean during September, with repeated sightings of groups of up to 40 animals off North Anglesey, east to Great Orme Head. Elsewhere in the Irish Sea, the species was recorded from the Isle of Man, west end of the Llyn Peninsula and Pembrokeshire coast, with sightings also in West Cornwall, including on the north coast of St Ives Bay. The other main area of sightings was around Orkney and off the coast of Caithness, with groups of up to 30 animals. White-beaked dolphins were recorded in small groups off the Northumbrian and North Yorkshire coasts in northeast England, and Atlantic white-sided dolphins in the Minch off the north coast of Skye. Killer whales or orca were sighted off the west coast of Scotland at Glengorm in Argyllshire and further north off Caerleach Head near Ullapool, Wester Ross, as well as in the Northern Isles of Orkney and Shetland. There were 2 sightings of long-finned pilot whales reported during September, one of a pod of 30 in the Western English Channel south of Plymouth, and the other 2 individuals near Great Cambrai Island off the Ayrshire coast. August and September are the months when sightings of northern bottlenose whale typically occur. This deep-water species only rarely comes onto the continental shelf, but there are a number of locations in Western Britain where it tends to occur. The 3 northern bottlenose whales that were in the outer Firth of Clyde during August were seen again in the region through September, with reports from Bournemouth in Kirkcudbrightshire, as well as the Kyles of Bute, Loch Goilin Head and Gairloch in Argyllshire. Further south, the species was reported from near Criccieth on the Llyn Peninsula and Rossnai on the west coast of Anglesey. These were very likely to be different individuals to the Scottish animals as they occurred around the same time. The minke whale is the commonest of the baleen whales in British waters and was recorded at several localities from West Cornwall to the Hebrides on the west coast and from North Yorkshire to the Northern Isles on the east coast. Most sightings reports came from the west coast of Scotland and around Orkney, but the species was also seen off the Isle of Man. Single fin whale individuals were seen at both ends of the British Isles, near the Eddystone Lighthouse in South Devon, and off Stronsay and North Ronaldsay in northeast Orkney. Finally, lone humpback whales were sighted off Flamborough Head in Yorkshire and in the North Minch between Ullapool and Stornoway. With COVID-19 restrictions coming back and the summer ending, there was lower effort and few reports from vessels offshore. Nevertheless, during the month of September, around 520 sightings were made, comprising 12 different species. Thanks for watching, and if you want to support us, please adopt a dolphin for just £3.50 per month. Visit www.adoptadolphin.org.uk. Thank you.